How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Trailmakers. Today we are going to be taking a look at a couple of bizarre, like, prototype kind of builds. I was like, what would happen if you did this, or what would happen if you did that? Like, something like this. See, so I was looking for a different way to launch, like, missiles that don't actually have rockets on them, right? So they're basically just hucka-chucka bomb, right? Hucka-chucka guided bomb. So I was using pistons. I thought, okay, if I can just use pistons, pistons move pretty quick. So if I can get pistons to pull down real quick and, like, rotate a lever super fast, that should be able to launch something pretty quick, right? So then I came up with this here system. We even got some suspension along the shaft here so that we don't snap it because of the speed of the piston pull. You can see we got our pistons set up here with a couple of bent rods and some loose hinges. Those loose hinges allow for that flexibility in the movement, and there's also a loose hinge down there on the bottom of the pistons as well. We are anchored to the ground so that we don't fly anywhere. And if I hit number 1, we have the splody bomb that we could throw. Number 2 and number 3. Look at the flop in that, eh? Then we get decent range, and they explode, and they're pretty consistent. So I can just rebuild in this direction and go 1, 2, 3. Booyah! Kabang! So you can see that those pistons don't even actually get to compress all the way. The second one's there. So if we hit number 3, they'll relax. So that's why there's 2 sets of pistons there. One is actually set to a slower speed than the other, so that the top ones collapse really quick, but the bottom ones are kind of slow, so it absorbs a lot of that that energy, extra energy, because it can't fold all the way. Oh yeah, we can flip this way backwards. So I could probably get rid of that suspension off there, because they not touch the ground no more, right? And we're going to build this one. And let's see, make sure the steel works just fine. Number 1s. Number 2. And number 3. Oh. It's a little bit spazzy. But you know what that is? You know what I attribute that to? That spazzing out like that? That is the anchors. That's when you got an anchor in the ground and it's not 100% connected to the ground. It just decides to get all stupid. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, they're floaty ones. Boom. Okay. Oh. So that's what this episode's going to be about. So these missiles are just made up of a couple of blocks, sticks of dynamite, and a 50-kilo weight at the front. And that's the weight that actually pulls the missile through the air. I've tried making them lighter, and then they just simply don't fly as far. So you have to use the weight and the inertia in the actual missile itself to get any kind of distance. And of course, we have to have a fire pot on there just because that's the way. I like it. So, and also so we can see where our missiles are going. The nice arc, the nice trajectory. Ooh. Into the water. That sounds pretty... Okay. Holy. Wow. That's what happens when you put unusual stresses and torques on your mechanical systems. It's a good thing it doesn't have it in real life. Well, I guess it does. They're called explosions, right? Alright, let's take a look at our next bizarre build. Alright, so this incompleted build is a vehicle that, of course, you can see the fire in the back that kind of gives it away. But if I were to tell you that this was packing 6 missiles, you'd be like, well, where are they, man? It's pretty small for 6 missiles, man. They gotta be tiny. Well, they're actually inside the body there. I was building the body around it. It kind of looks like one of them old Excalibur type vehicles, right? But building around... Again, trying to build the vehicle around this this missile shape was fun. So we have, these are called ghost missiles because they're made out of glass. So we hit E, we extend those and they unfold, again using our piston glitch to get everything to glitch together, minimal space. And then we use the back arrow, we lean these back, we hit number 1. And away they go. It's very destructive. We can hit E and then push the forward arrow, and we can bring those right back into place like that. So that was the actual system of missiles that I had, that I built like this, was just this fold-up section, and it's like, okay, now build a vehicle around that to try and carry those with a launch system. So again, can't have anything really in the front, because you need to lean these back, and then when you hit number 1, they kind of drop a little when they leave. Splashy splash. So a little difficult to try and create a delivery system for missiles like that actually fold down and are in the back of the vehicle rather than simply way up above it or off to the sides or something, right? I guess that's why they make rocket launchers separate from the vehicle itself, because not too smart to blow up your own cap. So I'll let you guys know when this body is actually completed, because I imagine there will be some other weapon systems built in this as well, because I still got room. But I'm already up near 500 complexity on this, just with the missiles itself, so we'll see where that goes. Alright, let's take a look at our next bizarre build. Alright, so this bizarre looking thing actually has 6 magnets all facing inwards. And in the very middle of it, there is a mad scientist block with an XOR gate and a distance sensor. So basically what I do is, and there's no power cores on this except for the magnets that register as power cores, but no rotating, everything is dead. Those servos are completely powerless, no strength. And like I said, inside there's just you can see the connection blocks here. If we go into build mode, we can have a look inside. And all we see in here is a couple of logic gates and this here, mad scientist block. And then we have our disconnecting blocks. So when these magnets in here turn on, they'll be holding these 3 blocks in the middle, because there's magnets on the top and the bottom as well. And then that's number 1, that turns all those on. And then number 2 disconnects these blocks here and disconnects me from this whole unit. So then you'll notice this thing starts to spin like mad. Again, I just built this thing to see what would happen to that stuff inside, right? If I made this all glass and you could see inside. And then it started doing this. 1, 2. It's spinning all by itself, Mike. There's nothing in there to make any spin. And then it starts going crazy like this. And then we have this big black ball of the smoke. And this lightning's inside. And it looks like cat fight. Looks like a ball of cat fights happening in there, eh? I like the smoke even has shadows, right? On this side it's dark, and as we move around the smoke, it'll get lighter as the sunlight hits it from this side. See, isn't that nice? So sometimes it'll just sit there and kind of bounce around like this, or it'll spin in one spot, or sometimes it goes on its side and just starts going nuts. So I put all them smoky exhaust pieces on there to try and mask as much of the actual frame as possible, but as you can see, it don't always work like that. But I just thought it was weird how it's spinning on its own. It must be just the torque between the magnets on the inside and that one piece floating in the middle. Everybody fighting to try and grab it, and it just spins in one direction. Hey, get out of there, man, hey! But I also thought this would make a good target, right? This is something you could spawn into the world and then use that as a target for a bomber or missiles, rockets, right? Like if we had that over there and then we came over, let's see if we were like way over here. Let's see if we can use that as the appropriate target. Get these all the ways back. And then we fire. So close. So close yet so far. This is it. Right here. E. All the way back. And number 1. Fire away! Fire in the hole! Okay, jump out and watch. Boom. There's a hit. Boom, boom. There's another couple hits. And it just keeps on spinning. Did we even hit it? I can't even see any missing pieces. Well, it's not like you can see a lot to begin with, right? How bizarre. Oh, yeah, it's got a couple of missing pieces there from the impacts. But yeah, that'd make a good target just like that. See, hard to hit, but decent size. That'll probably look pretty good from a bomber as well, trying to fly in and bomb something like that. Have a couple of them going. Alright, so I have no idea what that's even called. I won't bother uploading that to the shop. That might be something that you want to try yourself. Alright, let us look at next build. Alright? Right. Our next prototype type build is I was trying to build like a Shuriken, right? Like a throwing star or something that you could throw that would spin stay on the axis, keep itself spinning, and then, of course, we can't stick into anything. Oh, you could put anchors on the ends, maybe, that would stick to something. But the odds of that happening are slim to none. So, we're going to go with dynamite instead, because explosives guarantee success. Don't take that out of context. Alright, so what we have here is we have 3 servos on shields that will rotate at maximum speed, 0.1 seconds delay on every one after the first one, right? So we hit number 1. I know, it doesn't look very impressive. I know, hang on. So the first one rotates, and then the second one is 0.1 seconds after, and the third one is 0.1 seconds after that. So we end up with a flick of the wrist instead of just one constant swing. That way we can actually get the most torque on the end of that arm. So if we rebuild this, and of course we need to lean this back a little bit, and then chuck it. Oh wow. Then we get the little floaty servo on the bottom there. See? Oh, it's coming right for us! Really? That wasn't supposed to happen. It's not a suicide machine, man. Okay, let's face it in a direction, like say over that way. Say we want to put it over that way. Let's put it over that way. Well, that is... Did you just kill a chicken? That is that way, but that's not really... a little more. Ooh. So you keep flipping off to the side. It's hard to actually get it to fly level when I only have one helicopter engine on there. It only spins in one direction. Oh, look at that. Boom. You see that? What are the odds? Right into that chicken. Chicken killing Shuriken. Chicken killing. We just need to move our sensor back a little bit because that's actually what releases it. So rather than timing, use the sensor to detach the detachable block. Oh, well, that at least it goes a little, releases a little straighter there, like that. But that whole cricket off to the side, not cool. Not cool, buddy. Not cool. No. Oh, look at that. See, that's what I'm aiming for. Something like that. See, I ain't bullshitting. And then, boom. See, that's the way it's supposed to work. See, I told you I knew what I was doing. A little bit like that. See? We get the Shuriken fly. And there's a sensor on the bottom of the Shuriken that when it gets close to the ground, it goes boom. So that was another experimental project. Ooh, that one should fly good. It misses the bridge. Nice. See, we get a nice gentle Shuriken drop down. Is that going to make it to the land? No. It's going to be in the water, but it will explode if it gets to the ground. If. It will. Go. Well, that was an impressive explosion underwater, eh? Is that what explosions look like underwater? Dynamite looks like underwater? That's pretty cool. That's a lot of bubbles. That's a big boom. See, so that's the way it's actually supposed to work. We have a little butterfly Shuriken. Boom! Game over. So again, easy targets to avoid, but if you launch, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they just keep coming at you like that, that can be hard to get out of the way. Alright, let's take a look at our last build of the video. This is a viewer-requested build. Someone in the comments asked for, hey man, can you build a pirate ship, a glitchless pirate ship that flies? It's like, yeah, I think I could do that. A little in quotes, I did have to use one piston glitch to hide the weapons because we don't want it to look like a pirate ship when it's not a pirate ship. So, let's load that in and have a look at that. So this is the Fire Phoenix. This is it's just a normal ship, man. It's just a normal ship. So it looks pretty normal, right? Got a couple little details on there. It's got some moorings and some barrels on the side of it there. Right, it's not a super fast ship, doesn't go super fast. It just gets you where you need to go. It's just my ship with just puddling along. Most of it's underwater, but we ain't paying attention to that, right? So this here Fire Phoenix, when I was driving around in the ocean the other day. Right, redneck pirates, right? I was driving around the ocean the other day, and I noticed off in the distance there some construction happening on an island that was not there before. So So hit subscribe and that like button if you enjoy this. And we're going to take a look in the next video. Maybe we're going to go see what that is over there. What's that? What's happening over there? No one ain't told me about no new construction on this map. So we're going to have to go look and see what's happening over there. So don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so y'all know when the next one come out. Alright, so this one here is supposed to be a flying pirate ship, right? But you're like, it don't look like it's flying too much, man. But when I hit number 1... Oh, look. Oh, look at that. There's a pirate ship. It's a fly in the sky. The wing will fall down. The sail become the big fire wing. Flies pretty good, right? Flies pretty good, right? So the rudder comes up because it's on pistons. Comes up to get out the way. We still use that for steering. We have little wings in the bike here. See them little them vertical stabilizer wings there? That's what we're using for lift. We ain't got nothing really for roll. We just use the seat controls because we wide enough. But as you can see, we can fly just fine, just nice like this. Now the only glitch that I had to build into this, come on, was these. So we have our cannons under here, and some more fire, of course, and we have a devastation that's coming. This flying boat's coming to get you, eh? This is like in Russia. We tried to build flying boat once, but we call it rocket, and we never tried to get in the water. So number 1 is your flying. Number 2, fold your weapons back up. That's the only glitch I needed to use there. Because if we could actually see those cannons on the ship, then it's obvious that it's a pirate ship, right? But we want to be a pirate ship in disguise. So let's swing her around here. Swing it on around. It's nice to have that little bit of fire on the bottom like that, right? See, we can swing that right around. Point the nose down. Fly back down to the water. To the water. Alright, down we go. Down we go. Level right now. Level out now. This is just using gimbals in there, of course. The infamous gimbals. Number 1, pop it right back into boat mode. Da, 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 da. So that is the Fire Phoenix. Nothing super fancy about it. What's with all the banging? Oh, okay. Fold those up. There we go. Get the cannons out the way. There's that flight again. See, I love how it just pops out of the water like that. When the wings fold down, they have enough lift that it actually lifts the body. Maybe we do a quick flyby. So again, this is still even a super... It's like boat speed in the water, right? It's not even doing 100 miles an hour in the air. And what is happening on this island over here? So I'll be uploading the Fire Phoenix to the shop. In case anybody wants to download it, have a look at it. Wow, there's a lot of construction going on there. Looks like some kind of giant castle. Huh. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to go and check that out. Doesn't look like it's done yet. But we will go see. Alright guys, that's all I got for you in this video. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button if you enjoy what you saw here. I'll try and build some more stuff for you. Again, thanks for that viewer request. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next one. Ciao.